Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Cliff, host of the Haliburton Sports Board, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys into the fallout from last night's virtual 2020 NBA draft. I'm going to talk to you guys also about the fact that Klay Thompson is on the show yet again with a torn ACL on his right leg, by the way, and he will be done for yet again, and where he goes from there. I'm going to talk with you guys about the fact that Knicks have created $40 million salary cap space. I'm going to talk with you guys about that the WWE Thunderdome is going to be moved to Tampa Bay. Trump became a field, by the way. Seth Curry going to the Sixers, by the way, as well. And Tiger Woods is going to be playing with his son at his son father-son event at the PNC Championship, by the way. So that will be must see. Ewing against the Kings of NXT. Pat McAfee's faction facing them at War Games, by the way. That'll be good. And that'll be all the news I'll have for you. That'll be all the news I'll have for today, buddy, on that. So that's all I'm gonna get into for sure. But first things first, ladies and gents, I'm gonna start things off with the fact that last night's virtual 2020 NBA draft. Now, 3 big names were mentioned here, so you better pay close attention. So this is rounds 1 and 2, everybody. You had Anthony Edwards go number 1 to the Wolves, by the way, which he's making quite the impression. You had James Wiseman, who's going to be going to those pesky little Warriors. You know the Warriors are trash. But James Wiseman, by the way, oh my goodness. Best move yet. All right, maybe not a good move, though. If only James Wiseman was straight to another team, that would be good, though. But him going to the pesky Warriors, pathetic. But James Wiseman is going to make quite an impression. Make no mistake about that. He will, though, by the way. So that'll be the best news yet. And, he's going to take the likes of James. He's going to take the likes of perhaps James Harden, I guess. He'll take the likes of let's see, CB3, take the likes of. He will take on the likes of. Let's see, Dame Dollar. That is James Harden and Russell Westbrook, but they went out the Rockets for sure. I can tell you that much. So that's all I got to say on that note, right there. So clearly that will say a lot. So James Wiseman, by the way, he's gonna make quite the impression in the upcoming season and next month, by the way. So that's all I got to say on that. LaMelo Ball, who's going to the Hornets, by the way. Oh my goodness, LaMelo Ball. I would say this: he most certainly will be a future MVP. By the way, maybe not future MVP, NBA champ or NBA MVP, but it's gonna take some time for that. So he's on the MJ team, though. By the way, everybody. So that's all there is. Also, Isaac Okoro to the Cavs. You had Onyeka Okongwu to the Hawks. You had Killian Hayes to the Pistons. Obi Toppin is going to be going to the Knicks, by the way. My question is, will Obi Toppin help the Knicks win a lot of games? Because the Knicks haven't done so well. So will Obi Toppin be able to help the Knicks win a lot of games? That's what I want to know for sure. You had Deni Avdija to the Wiz. You had Jalen Smith to the Suns. You had Devin Vassell to the Spurs. You had Tyrese Haliburton to the Kings. Kira Lewis Jr. to the Pels. Aaron Nesmith to the Celtics. Cole Anthony's going to the Magic, by the way, as well. Even though he's probably going to the Bucks. Even though he's going to the Bucks for sure. Isaiah Stewart's going to the Blazers. Aleksej Pokusevski is going to the Wolves. Josh Green's going to the Mavs. Saddiq Bey is going to the Nets. Along with KD and Kyrie Irving, by the way, and possibly James Harden. Paxus, Achiuwa to the Heat. Tyrese Maxey to the Sixers. Zeke Nnaji to the Nuggets. Leandro Bolmaro to the Knicks. Hampton's going to the Hampton's going to be going to the Bucks. Yeah. Yes, sir. So Hampton's going to be going to the Bucks for sure, everybody. So that's all there is to it. You need to know everybody on that. Yeah, Colin's going. Yeah. Columbus going to the Magic, by the way. You had Isaiah Stewart going to the Blazers. You had Aleksej Pokusevski to the Wolves. Josh Green to the Mavs. Saddiq Bey to the Nets. Achiuwa to the Heat. Tyrese Maxey to the Sixers. Zeke Nnaji to the Nuggets. Leandro Bolmaro to the Knicks. RJ Hampton going to the Bucks. Immanuel Quickley to the Thunder. Proposed straight to the Knicks, by the way. Payton Pritchard to the Celtics. Udoka Azubuike to the Jazz. Jaden McDaniels to the Lakers. Proposed straight to the Wolves. Malachi Flynn to the Raptors. Deshauna Bone as to the Celtics. Proposed straight Celtics for sure, by the way. You got let's see. Terrell Perry to the Mavs. You had let's see. What do I got right here? You got you also had let's see. Vernon Carey. Yeah, Vernon Carey. Yeah, I think it's Vernon Carey. Vernon Carey, by the way. Yeah, Vernon Carey Jr. is going to the Hornets, by the way. Daniel Otero is going to the Wolves. Theo Maledon going to the Sixers. Xavier Tillman's going to the Kings. Tyler Bay is going to the Sixers. Vic Krejci going to the Wiz. Saban Lee is going to the Jazz. Elijah Hughes going to the Pels. Robert Woodard II goes to the Grizz. Trey Jones, huge pick by the way, is going to the Spurs. Nick Richards is going to the Pels. Jamius Ramsey is going to the Kings. Marco Simonovic is going to the Bulls. Jordan Nwora goes to the Bucks. CJ LB is going to the Blazers. Yam Madar is going to the Celtics. Nico Mannion is going to the Warriors. By the way, those piece of trash Warriors. Isaiah Joe goes to the Sixers. Skylar May is going to the Hawks. Justinian Jessup is going to the Warriors. By the way, pesky little Warriors, they're trash. Kenyon Martin Jr., very familiar names, going to the Kings. Cassius Winston's going to the Thunder, by the way. Cassius Stanley is going to the Pacers. Jay Scrubb is going to the Nets. Grant Riller is going to the Hornets. Reggie Perry is going to the Clips. Paul Reed goes to the Sixers. Jalen Harris is going to the Raptors. And Sam Merrill is going to the Pelicans, by the way. So, along with Zion Williamson and others, by the way. So, those, ladies and gentlemen, are your virtual 2020 NBA draft, rounds 1 and 2. Fallout of the virtual 2020 NBA draft, everybody. And pretty much that's all there is you need to know, everybody. But one of the biggest names on there is Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball, Cole Anthony. They will make quite the impression because these candidates, by the way, they're going to make quite the impression, by the way. One of those names is LaMelo Ball, but I got to tell you, he'll disappoint. One of these guys is going to be in the MVP race, and whoever it's going to be, it's going to say it all. So pay close attention, everybody. So the upcoming season is going to be December 22nd. Stay tuned with that 72-game schedule. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope these guys are going to make quite the impression, which they will. So stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned. They're no hit them next. So that's all I got to say that. Also, some breaking news I want to point out here, by the way, that Killer Klay Thompson will be out yet again with a torn Achilles injury on his right leg, by the way. Now, last season, he was out with torn ACL on his left ankle, but now yet again, he's out with another torn ACL on his right leg, and clearly his future with the Warriors is over. I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, he was looking forward to make a comeback, but his comeback has been derailed, everybody. So he's going to be on the shelf for the rest of the season, for 2020-2021 season. And it's safe to say that Klay Thompson, he may came back, even though the Warriors, he may be a former NBA champ, but the Warriors, they're still trash. They're still trash. So even though he considers staying with the Warriors, my option to that, I would say to this: Klay Thompson should consider leaving the Warriors, getting himself traded. Now, I know it's going to be out for the entire season, by the way. It's going to play time to recuperate. So his season with the Warriors is over. That's it. And honestly, would it be safe to say that Klay Thompson should consider retiring? Or consider the fact that he's just, maybe get traded to sign with another team, by the way. It could be, possibly Clips. I would say Lakers, though, that probably wouldn't work. Maybe the Blazers, maybe the Sixers, maybe the Nets, maybe the Celtics to get him. So obviously, even though his name did not come up, by the way. I mean, he has been injured, by the way, with a torn Achilles injury from a workout on his right leg. So he's going to be out for the entire season. Even though Klay Thompson and the Warriors were trash, which they've always been this all time, but clearly him and his Warriors are going to be trash. They are. I mean, yes, you got James Wiseman in there. You got who do you got? Who do you get? You got Justinian Jessup, by the way. You got Nico Neto. You got, stupid Steph. And you got the piece of trash, Draymond Green, for sure. And clearly, everyone hella hates these guys because the Warriors right now, everyone used to pay attention to them, but they're not getting attention at all. The Warriors are straight up dumpster fire right now, but now they got Draymond. Sorry, you got Klay Thompson right now, who's on the shelf yet again with a torn ACL on his right leg. And unfortunately for him, he made to consider just leaving the Warriors anyway. That's it. That's it. So obviously, Klay Thompson's got to go. He's like, there's absolutely no way he's going to come back to the Warriors. Not even in 2022. No way. You may as well see him get traded to the team, and whichever that team is, it'll surprise a lot of people. So that'll be surprising right there, everybody. And honestly, Klay Thompson's done. That's it. Done. He's going to see his team, his piece of trash team, Warriors, be like trash like they were last time with a very bad record. And unfortunately for them, their season's over. They're not going back to the playoffs. They're not going to be NBA champs yet again, which they will not. And more importantly, they're doomed. Warriors are a dumpster fire. They always have been, and they always will be. And Steph and Klay, they're not going to be. I'm sorry, Steph and Draymond, they're not going to be better off without Klay Thompson. No, they're not. Warriors are a dumpster fire. Steph is one of those people. Draymond Green is one of them. More specifically, Klay Thompson, who's on the shelf yet again with a torn ACL's right leg on his right leg. That is. So his season's over. That's it. You can say what you want, everybody. But Klay Thompson is done. That's it. That's it. His days in the Warriors over. And he may see him get traded to the team. So that's all I can say on that. He's not going to sign some extension offer. No, he will not do that. He's not going to do it. No. He'll turn down on that. And more importantly, his season's already over. You're not going to see him in 2021 either. I'll tell you that. I mean, the Warriors, they still suck anyway with a bad record. So I am surprised that ensued. So no pay attention to them anyway. Besides, they are trash, and we all know that. So I'm honestly, that's all I got to say on that note. So Klay Thompson is done. That's it, everybody. And you can say whatever you want, but Klay Thompson will be no more. He's not going to be your savior anymore, and he may get traded. I can say that right now. So once he gets out of rehab, by the way, You will not see him come back to the Warriors. No. You might as well see him get traded to a new team in 2021. I know it's going to be out for the rest of the season, for the entire 2020-21 season. But if he's traded, now if he considers wanting out of the Warriors and considers being traded, leaving the Warriors for good, and the fact that the Warriors can consider moving on from Klay Thompson, that'll tell you something right there. Because Klay Thompson, he's going to do the right thing one of these days, get himself traded, get rehab while he's at it from his torn Achilles injury, and sign a new offer with any team of his choosing. Celtics, Clips, Blazers, Suns, or maybe the Knicks. Maybe the Knicks can get him. Or the Nets. Well, even though they don't need Klay Thompson. Or the Nets can get him though, or maybe the Bucks can get him, which they probably don't want. Or maybe, well, let's see, the Nuggets, which would be a good pick right there. So, or even the Hornets. So, I'm looking forward to that, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing Klay Thompson get himself traded for sure, which I'm looking forward to. Now, even though he's dealing with the 20 ACL's right leg, that is, he's done. So, somehow, some way, Klay Thompson's going to do just that, not come back to the Warriors anymore, and just jump ship to the team of his choosing. So that's all I can say on that note right there, everybody. And that's all I can say. Or consider retiring. That's all I can say on that note. So he won't be coming back. That's all I can say, everybody. That's all I can say. Also, some other news. Another topic I want to get down to, by the way. The WWE Thunderdome is going to be headed to the Tropicana Field, by the way, for Raw, SmackDown, and all the WWE pay-per-view events. Starting December 11th, by the way, on Fox. So it'll be going to Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay. So that's a big move right there, everybody. And, yep, that will say it all. And obviously, it's a surprising move. So got to give credit to everybody. Got to give credit due for that. So that's all I can say on that note right there. And, yep, that pretty much say it all. So that's all you need to. Also, ladies and gents, the Knicks have created $40 million cap space, parting ways with the likes of Taj Gibson, Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, Bobby Portis, Pinson, and Kenny Wooden. Now, Wayne Ellington, Elfrid Payton, and Wayne Ellington, they declined on a $15.75 million team option on Bobby Portis' offer. Now, Taj Gibson was about to make $9.45 million in 2020-21. Payton and Ellington were scheduled to make $8 million. Three of these guys are going to make $1 million and guaranteed money from their offers, with the Knicks despite being waived off. The Knicks also declined a $1.7 million offer option on Theo Pinson offer and Kenny Wooden, and they just failed to land. This results from last June after they failed to land the high-profile stars of the likes of Durant and Kyrie Irving. I mean, honestly, guys, are the Knicks going to have any success at all? Are they really? I mean, clearly, they may have. I mean, Kyrie Irving and Durant would have gone to the Knicks. Didn't sue. You got Obi Toppin is going to be in there for sure. You got Leandro Bolmaro, by the way. You even got, well, Obi Toppin. You even got Leandro Bolmaro, by the way. So Immanuel Quickley to Thunder, proposed straight to the Knicks. So, is this really worth it? Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this and what your thoughts about this are. The Knicks having a $40 million cap space, by the way. And honestly, let me know about that for sure. That's all you need to know, everybody, on that note right there. So, there's nothing more to it, everybody. Also, some other point I hear that Tiger Woods and his son Charlie By the way, they're gonna be participating in a father and son event in the PNC Championship. By the way, at the Ritz Carlton Golf Club. By the way, in Orlando, Central Florida. By the way, they're gonna play the likes against John Daly and his son, Little John Daly, Bernhard Langer and his son as well, Greg Norman, Nick Price, Lee Tavino, Gary Player, along with their sons for sure. Two-team field, 36-hole scramble. Starting December 9th. That starts December 19th and the 20th, everybody. Hope you guys paid attention to that. Must see, must watch, everybody. So check it out. And the best news yet. So that's all I can say on that note, everybody. That's all I can say. And also, ladies and gentlemen, some other news I want to point out here that Seth Curry is going to be traded to the Sixers. So that sends Josh Richardson and number 30 picks to the Mavs, by the way. Seth Curry is the son-in-law to the coach of the son-in-law of the Sixers. New Sixers coach, by the way, Doc Rivers, who's married to Callie, who's married to Doc Rivers' daughter, Callie Rivers, by the way, everybody. So just a little family reunion, by the way, there, everybody. And that is all you need to know for sure, everybody, on that. And we'll say it all, everybody. That will say it all. So make no mistake about that, everybody. May seem a little surprising, but that indeed will be saying a lot right there, everybody. So honestly, it's a big move. And yeah, that does say a lot right there. And well, that will pretty much say it all. Now there were some other trades that took place this past week, by the way. Get Robert Woodard going to the Kings. Jay Rich and Tyler Bey going to go to the Mavs. I did say that. Nick Richards goes to the Hornets, by the way. Pels get a future second-round pick. Vic Krejci goes to the Thunder. Cassius Winston is going to the Wiz and future considerations. Daniel Otero is going to the Clips. Knicks get a 2023 second-round pick. Desmond Bain, Grizz, Celtics get future draft considerations. Tony Bradley, along the 2020 second-round pick, number 38 going to the Pistons. Jazz get future draft considerations right here. RJ Hampton, Nuggets, number 24 pick, future draft pick to the Pelicans. Immanuel Quickley, Knicks. Knicks also get a 2020 second-round pick, number 23. The Wolves get Leandro Bolmaro, by the way, number 23. They did say that. Lou Kennard and Jay Scrub, Clips. Landry Shamet and Reggie Perry, they go to the Nets. Saddiq Bey and Rodney McGruder go to the Pistons. Ricky Rubio is going to the Wolves along with a 2020 first-round pick. Jaden McDaniels, number 28 pick. Aleksej Pokusevski, number 17 pick. Thunder. Trevor Reza and Isaiah Stewart goes to the Pistons along with cash considerations. Rockets get a future draft pick. Danny Green, Terrence Ferguson will be going to the Sixers. Al Horford, Vasilij Micic, a 2020 second-round pick, 2025 first-round pick, Thunder. Eric Bledsoe and George Hill. Hornets, 2020 first-round pick, 2024 pick swap, 25 first-round pick, 26 pick swap, 27 first-round pick. Trevor Reza, Rockets, 2020 first-round pick, 16. 2021 protected first-round pick. Bob Covington goes to the Blazers. Dennis Schroeder goes to the Lakers. Danny Green, 2020 first-round pick, number 28. Thunder. By the way, everybody on that for sure. And honestly, that's the trade tracker right there, everybody. And that will pretty much say it all right there, everybody. And it's pretty much some big moves that are made this past week. There may be some more big moves coming later on tonight or tomorrow. That is, I'll keep you guys tuned with that. And yep, that will say it all right there, everybody. And that will say it all. And Al Horford on the flip side, he went to the Thunder, by the way. Sixers, they get a 2025 first round pick and draft rights to Vasilije Micic, by the way, who's going to the Thunder for Danny Green. And yep, that does say it all right there. And yep, does say a lot. So honestly, this is pretty much a big move there, and that's all I could say on that, everybody. That's all there is. Also, ladies and gentlemen, another thing I want to point out, by the way, that Jay Lewis says her LSU women's tennis coach Julia Sell lied about Drake Davis's abuse allegations that were against him, by the way. Now, Jay Lewis told police that Davis left her bruised and bloodied on a in a confrontation, by the way. The year they dated, by the way, for sure. And honestly, not a good look there, everybody, on that. So clearly, not so good for that. And yeah, and this all stems from the LSU football players who were being accused of sexual harassment, assault, misconduct allegations, dating violence, and all. But you know, this does, however, pretty much say a lot. I can tell you that much. And honestly, it doesn't seem like, you know, it doesn't seem really able to go right for sure. I can tell you that much. So clearly, it does change things. I can tell you that much. And yeah, that is for all there is to it, everybody, on that note. So yeah, Jay Lewis right here says that yeah, she's a former player from the LSU tennis, by the way. Now she said that she lied about the abuse allegations by Drake Davis, by the way. I'm sorry that she said that her LSU women's tennis coach, Julia Sell, lied about the abuse allegations or failed to report it. Report her allegations of being abused by Drake Davis, by the way. That Davis began dating Lewis, who was unnamed, who was not mentioned in the article. Now, January 2017, Lewis reportedly told police and USA Today that Davis left her bruised and bloodied on 60 numerous occasions during the year which they dated, for sure. Soon, LSU officials had knowledge that Davis was physically abusing his girl, but selling the information for months, while Davis continued to assault and trail the woman. Jade Lewis, by the way. So now Julia Sell released a statement saying that the statement is a blatant lie. Former LSU tennis team made Coach Sell aware of these events between May 2017 and August 2018. These women will be willing to confirm the information and corroborate the story as one already has in the USA Today article. My parents called during that time spent to express their concern. Coaches brushed them off. I'd like to add that during the criminal case regarding the allegations I made, Coach Sell shook the tennis team to stay away from me. These were my teammates and closest friends at the time. Need their support. Betrayed by Coach Sell, and I will not stand by and allow her to deny this knowledge of what I went through, when in reality she knew the full truth and simply chose to stand by. Details of sexual misconduct within LSU continue to come to light. I hope as LSU athletics changes course and decides to be transparent and remorseful rather than continue to create cover-ups and false narratives. Now, Sell denied that she or her husband, Mike Sell, had knowledge of Davis' alleged abuse. By the way, saying that USA Today says that Mike and I failed to report the allegations of dating violence disclosed to us by a parent and former player, Julia Sell. Just as false. Allegations were never disclosed to us
We'll never dismiss or doubt any allegations. We have in the past and will continue to take appropriate action and needed legal action and comply with all protocols. Offense will be heard and supported. We pledge to stand with them to help end all forms of sexual and domestic abuse. Now, Drake Davis was arrested back in 2018 on a felony charge of second-degree battery against against a former girlfriend, or Jane Lewis, by the way. Everybody on that. LSU definitely suspended him from the team. Orton had no contact with the woman. Since in the first incident, a woman went to Davis's house to retrieve personal items, and he punched her in the stomach. Davis punched the victim in the left side of the stomach, fractured a rib. She told police that a medical officer at LSU evaluated her injury. Ran police with a photograph of the bruise, according to the report. Third undated incident in court. Davis was upset with the victim for waving at a friend. Davis drove the victim to an area on Perkins Road, threw her phone out the window as the victim exited the vehicle. Davis attempted to her. Davis then drove back and the victim re-entered that vehicle. Upon re-entry into the vehicle, Davis strangled the victim. This got upset by text message conversation, thus went to the victim's apartment. Entered using the key the victim had given him. Once entered the victim's room, strangled her, punched her in the stomach, grabbed her ear, which caused the earring to be pulled from her ear. Bleeding from the ear ensued. The victim provided pictures of the bruising around her neck from the strangulation. Now, March 2018 of last year, properly agreement, Davis pleaded guilty to 3 misdemeanor charges, 2 counts of battery on a dating partner, 1 count of violation of a restraining order. He made the court to punch the woman in the stomach and later pushed her on the couch, bruised and cut her leg. Now, judge was sentenced to 18 months in prison and credited him for time served and suspended most of the remaining jail time. The judge placed Davis on 2 years probation and ordered him to undergo mandatory counseling. And honestly, this is really not looking good there. Now, a woman in August 2018 reported to LSU police 4 violent incidents involving Davis during the previous 18 months. A woman who told police that Davis punched her hard enough to fracture one of her ribs in one instance, strangled her in another, and later texted that he might be able to destroy her. No, murder her, by the way, or kill her. Warren indicated that police obtained the text and photos of bruising. Lewis told the team athletic trainer Donovan White that Davis punched her in the stomach in May 2017 during a heated argument. One's father said he also reported to Mike Sell, spoke to him twice in the summer of 2017 about his daughter's relationship with Davis. Lewis's father specifically told Mike Sell that Davis had punched her. Of course, his father Mike Sell responded, "Couldn't be possible, wouldn't be possible." So if there was no evidence that was on the White. Mike Sell, Julie Sell informed anyone of Davis's alleged abuse, including the University Title IX coordinator, which required under federal law and LSU policy. 2 coaches and athletic trainer later told police that they weren't aware of Davis's conduct until a year later. Another former LSU tennis player told USA Today that she personally reported Davis's abuse to Julia Sell 6 to 7 months before that, at least. So that's all there is you need to know, everybody, on that. And clearly, that's all there is to it, everybody, on that. So, obviously, that's all they showed. Darius guys and the other guys, they were, accused of these incidents, and they mentioned this past week, and that's all there is to it, everybody, on that note. So, that's not looking good. That is not looking good, and not a good look there for LSU. Not a good look there. So, gotta get together on that, and there's gotta be order restored in all sense. That's what they really, really need right there. So that's all there is to everybody on that, and that's all there is to it. Also, ladies and gents, that Conor McGregor is going to be coming back for an exhibition bout against Dustin Poirier for Volume 2, by the way. An exhibition bout January 23rd, by the way, everybody, on that. And that's all there is to it, you need to know. So the Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 2 exhibition bout goes down January 23rd, everybody, and that's all there is you need to know. So that's surprising, best news yet, and it is surprising. So he's just coming out of retirement for an exhibition bout. So that's all you need to know, everybody, on that. That's all you need to know. And also, ladies and gents, I want to say happy birthdays out to Adam Driver, Allison Janney, belated birthday Mickey Mouse, Meg Ryan, Jodie Foster, Michael Conlon, Patrick Kane, Tyga, Kerry Strug, Lil Mo, Gail Devers, Larry King, Ted Turner, Calvin Klein, Cleo Massey, Marquise Goodwin, Juju, Jason Scott Lee, Lindsay Ellingson, Ryan Howard, Shusmita, Sen, Laura, Agnes, Ro James, Justin Anderson, Kenneth Farid, Zach Collins, Dario Bowie, Erica Alexander, Joey Gallo, Ahmad Rashad, Jeremy McGrath, Steve Caballero, D'Angelo Hall, O.J. Howard, Jonathan Sanchez, Kevin Kelly, Kaya Roberts, Maria Fernanda Mello, Kat Alter, Juggy D, Michael Saunders, Sandrin Holt, Michael Wilbon, Estefania Gomez, Angela Miones, Kathleen Quinlan, Terry Farrell, Terrence C. Carson, YFKE Sturm, Vanessa Exenti, Zane Beatles, Leanna Mendoza, Alex Mack, Aaron Hamlin, Neil Hudson, Adele Silva, Buckshot, Larry Johnson, Mispret Defar, Sanaa, Hamry, Southside, Bernard Drake, McKinney, Hassan Johnson, Michelle Vieth, Barry Jenkins, Miguel Paper, and Zoe Lee, and Mahi Drysdale. So send your birthday wishes, your birthday shows, your birthday tweets, everybody on that. And that's all you need to do, everybody, on that note. So that's all I got to say on that, everybody. And yeah, we'll say it all. Also, this Thursday, everybody, that the Undisputed Era will take on the Kings. Hold on, everybody. I'm taking the Raptors. Is that? All right. I'll name you a few picks that went to the Raptors for sure, everybody. I'm taking the Raptors for sure, everybody. Is that let's see, what do we got? Some few picks that were named here. They did not have a lot of picks here. They did not have a lot of picks. So yeah. Yeah. So Raptors, they didn't have a lot of picks there, but someone asked me that, what's you taking the Raptors? So Pascal Siakam, by the way, he's making quite the impression for sure. Or Spicy P.
Welcome to NFL Live, presented by KFC.
Oh, this one's going to be good tonight. Cardinals Seahawks in Seattle is hours away. We're going to get you ready for all of it and more. Deni Avdija, give me a matchup to watch tonight.
I want to watch DK Metcalf versus Patrick Peterson. DK Metcalf coming off that 2-catch for 28-yard performance last week. Patrick Peterson coming off an interception himself. I want to see who wins that battle. DK Metcalf's got to answer. He's got to answer last week's shutout from Jalen Ramsey. I want to watch.
Someone told me what's my take on the Raptors. My take on the Raptors right here, though, is that even though they got Pascal Siakam and they got some,
well, pretty much new draft pick, by the way, and pretty much was it Malachi Flynn for sure and Jalen Harris for sure. So clearly,
I wonder if these guys are going to help the Raptors. By the way, I mean they are former NBA champs when you had guys like Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, and you had guys. I mean, such as in that capacity. But I think it's safe to say that the Raptors right now they're not going to make it back to the playoffs. I mean, they are. I mean, they'll make it back to the playoffs. Pascal or Spicy P in there, but they're not going to be making it back to the NBA Finals yet again. They're not going to be NBA champs either. You can say what you want, everybody. But Spicy P being his MVP, that's going to say a lot. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think that he's ready for that. I mean, maybe the league MVP race for sure, I guess. But apparently, we'll say because you may not see them in 2021. You may not see them make it back to the NBA playoffs nor NBA Finals in 2021. But my chance for them to take to the playoffs in 2021 would have to be like a 80% chance of making it to the playoffs. 80% chance, and 80% chance they win the Eastern Conference Finals as well. So, even though you got Jimmy Buckets and you had Tyler Hero in the Heat, by the way, who made a lot of noise, so clear to say that the rivalry that I would see for sure would have to be Lakers against Celtics. By the way, that is the oldest. That's the rivalry of the ages. That's what rivalries are going on for years, since Larry Bird and Magic, since Kobe, since late great Kobe, God rest his soul. You had Kobe against guys such as Paul Pierce, KD, Ray Allen, by the way. If you had a Ken LeBron James against Kemba Walker, that would be a matchup I'd love to see that one, but that would be must see. So it would be surprising that, Cleveland Lakers would make it yet again. I mean, they're a 17-time NBA champs, by the way. They did still paying Hops Laker Kobe Bryant, which they did, by the way. But I would just Raptors. They're not gonna make the playoffs again. I mean, they're not gonna win the NBA Finals. There's absolutely no way. Just no way, no how they're not gonna do it. That's not gonna. So I can tell you that right now, everybody. So you can say whatever you want, everybody, but in the end, they're just not gonna get there. So that's all I'm gonna say on that note right there, everybody. So Raptors, they're not gonna get there. I can tell you that right now. So that is all there. That's all there is to it, everybody, on that. And, that does say it all. So, nothing much to it on that. Also, in other news, I want to point out here, by the way, that the Undisputed Era will be facing Pat McAfee's Kings of NXT, by the way, that the faction, Pat McAfee's faction. So, it will be, yes, it is happening at War Games. Yes, Undisputed Era, you saw them, come back, take out Pat McAfee's faction, and they're going to be face Pat McAfee's faction. Pete Dunne. You got guys such as Oni Lorcan, Danny Burch, by the way. So Pete Dunne as well. I mean, this is going to be a matchup that I would love to see. So, honestly, Undisputed all the way. So, I mean, everyone thought that, Pat McAfee and his faction thought that Undisputed was dead. Undisputed, they're still around. So, I'm looking forward to seeing Undisputed Era destroy Pat McAfee's faction along with Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan, and Pete Dunne. That's what I would love to see right there. And Pat McAfee destroyed as well. So I'm looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward to that. War Games is December 6th, everybody. That will be live on the WWE Network, by the way. So December 6th, everybody. So check that out. You'll see Shotzi Blackheart taking on Candice LeRae for sure, everybody. On that note, right there. I mean, you already saw Io Shirai retain her NXT Women's title against Rhea Ripley, the former NXT Women's champ. So great match right there for both of them. That's all I got to say on that note. So I'm not sure who's Io Shirai's new challenger for the NXT Women's title. That makes me see right there, everybody. It could be Toni Storm, could be Ember Moon, or maybe I could say Rhea Ripley, but she lost to Io Shirai in the greatest match of the century, by the way. I mean, match of the year nominee. So that would be amazing. So congrats to both of them. Well, putting on an epic showcase. Looking forward to that. So that's all I got to say on that. So, I mean, even though now back to the Undisputed Era's part. Now they have been injured for quite a while from the likes of the Kings of NXT themselves, Pat McAfee, the likes of Oni Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pete Dunne. So that's all I can say on that note right there, everybody. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing the Undisputed Era destroy Pat McAfee's faction, the so-called Kings of NXT. So I'm looking forward to that, everybody. And I know you guys are, and that's all I can say on that note right there. So make no mistake about that. Undisputed Era is back, and they are ready, and they're ready for War Games, which they are. And that's like I'm going for Undisputed Era to destroy, Pat McAfee's faction, along Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan at War Games. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be the best match, one of the greatest matches there is. So best news yet, everybody, and that's all there is to it. So that's all there is to it for now. And that will say it all. So make me think about that, and that's gonna be must see, must watch. Look forward to it, and that's all I can say. Well, ladies and gents, that will do right there for the Clubhouse Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Clubhouse Sports Board YouTube channel on Facebook by any and all means necessary. Be sure you send me your comments with your thoughts on James Wiseman, Andrew Edwards, and LaMelo Ball, and Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony, and all the others going to the NBA draft. What are your thoughts about that? And let me know who's going to make quite the impression, who's going to make a good impression on the upcoming NBA season. Let me know about that in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to address the sponsor everybody on that as well. That's all I can say. What are your thoughts on Tiger Woods and his son Charlie going to be participating in a father-son event, the PNC Championship? Let me know about in the comment section. I'll address sponsor that for sure. What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor coming back to take on Dustin Poirier Part 2 in a charity exhibition bout on January 23rd? By the way, let me know about in the comment section. I'll address sponsor that for sure for everybody as well. Say brother wish out to Adam Driver, Allison Janney, Calvin Klein, Larry King, Ted Turner, Kenneth Fareed, Zach Collins, Daria Warbury, Eric Alexandra, Joey Gallo, and all the others. So same brother wish, brother shows have been sweet to me. What thoughts on the NBA trades? For sure, Seth Curry being traded to the Sixers, Al Horford going to the Thunder. What thoughts about that? And Nick Screen and Cass. What thoughts about that as well? I'll just sponsor everybody in that for sure as well. What thoughts on WWE Thunderdome going to the Tropicana Field, by the way, in Tampa Bay, starting on December 11th for Raw, SmackDown, all WWE pay-per-view events. Let me know about the comment section. I'll be more than happy to address and sponsor everybody as well. And, well, you think Robert's going to come back yet again? Let me know about that for sure in the comment section. I'll just sponsor for sure, everybody, as well. And that's all I can say, everybody. I'll be on more breaking news. Sometimes I'm updating storylines and a whole lot more than Club Hannibal Sports Board. Everything sports related and everything you need to know. That's all I need to say. Everybody, take care of everybody. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe out there. Bye-bye.